I am Justin Akadonye. Now, the Nigerian Senate has made a strong case for the protection of the country's cyberspace to check activities of criminals and even bigger groups that could pose an even greater threat to its national security. These form the overall submission at the Legislative Stakeholders Conference on ICT and Cybersecurity, an event held in Abuja Monday. In his speech, Nigeria's Senate President Bukola Saraki was represented by Senator Philip Arduda of the FCT, lamented the sheer scale of the losses inflicted on the country's economy due to the activities of cyber criminals.
It is indeed ironic that while internet penetration in Nigeria is tentative at best, hovering at just over the 90 million people mark, a percentage of 47.7%, internet facilitated crime seems to be growing.
Speaking to journalists at the venue of the event, the Deputy Chairman of the Senate Committee on ICT and Cybercrimes, Foster Ogola, called for the creation of a digital curriculum on ICT and cybercrimes to increase awareness on the subject.
The Senate is aware of the need to develop ICT, manpower building in this country. We need intellectual capital development for ICT sector.
On his part, the chairman of the committee, Senator Abdul Fattah Buhari, called for the strengthening of Nigeria's cyber laws to make the cyberspace more secured, while the representative of the Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff at the event harped on the need for the enforcement of cyber laws.
Most people did not even know that we have a cybercrime law. It was signed on 27th of May 2015, just 2 days before the president. But the law was very, very scanty. We want to amend the law, and you cannot amend the law without bringing in experience, so that with this, you'll be able to make the law very, very rich.
ICT, as you know, cyber security, as you know, is an all-pervasive phenomenon. It is even more relevant to military operations. And you know that the command and control system of the military is based entirely on communication. And anything that disrupts communication will adversely affect the performance of the armed forces, no doubt, in operations.
And moving on now to security matters. The Minister of the Niger Delta Affairs, Usani Uguru Usani, says the federal government will continue to engage relevant groups in the Niger Delta with a view to ensuring lasting peace in the oil-rich region. The minister was speaking on the renewed threats by the Niger Delta Avengers to resume attacks on the pipelines after a long ceasefire. He told reporters after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja that there is need for the current relative peace in the region to be sustained to enable the government to respond adequately to the developmental needs of the Niger Delta region.
Most of the time, the issues that are brought up are issues that tend to portray the quest for development of the region. And that is all we've been doing, to say patiently with us, these issues raised genuinely to the benefit of people in the region are being attended to.
Niger Delta Avengers, a militant group which has claimed responsibility for a series of attacks in oil installations in the region, had last week issued a notice of ceasefire, a threat that raises fresh concerns about the security situation in the Niger Delta and its implications on Nigeria's revenue drive. Usani also said plans are on to complete the East-West Road project, which according to him is currently suffering decay due to long years of neglect.
Transfer to Minister of Niger Delta Affairs. But we all have to appreciate one thing. Such physical infrastructure don't decay overnight. And so the neglect on it has continually put continuous liability on us. Yes, it's true I met with the contractors, appealed to them to go back to site. We have also been very conscientious in releasing funds as they are cash-backed.
Well, still talking security in the Niger Delta now. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibokete Iba, says the Nigerian Navy has the responsibility to contain the threat by the militant group Niger Delta Avengers. He made the disclosure during an annual inspection to the Nigerian Army Engineering College at Sapele local government area of Delta State. The Chief of Naval Staff addressed officers and ratings before fielding questions from newsmen on their preparedness to clamp down on militants.
Threat by sea robbers, sea pirates, and threat by all criminals, of course, are threats that the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have a responsibility towards containing. We do not wait until a threat comes from a particular group before the Navy acts.
Vice Admiral Iba stressed that the strategies of the Navy has led to increased oil production.
I want to believe that the strategy has yielded a lot of results. This, of course, is confirmed by the activities of the IOCs who have also been able to have an increased and enhanced production levels.
Well, from the Navy, we'll move on next now to the Nigerian Army. Now, despite the threat by militant group Niger Delta Avengers to resume bombing of oil facilities in the Niger Delta region, the General Officer commanding 2 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Chukwunedum Abraham, has enjoined soldiers to adhere strictly to the rules of engagement. He gave the order during his visit to military formations in Warri North and Sapele local government areas of Delta State. Addressing officers and men, the GOC warned against molestation in carrying out their lawful duties on land and in the creeks.
You have to ensure you are polite to people and ensure that you carry out these responsibilities without in any way undermining anyone or in any way going out of your way to do something that is not acceptable.
On the patrols of the creeks, he urged the soldiers to prevent militants from carrying out any destruction of oil facilities.
Our economy, through destruction of pipelines, illegal refinery, and other vices, are completely deterred from carrying out such.
In the meantime, staying on the military, the Nigerian Army has donated another set of educational materials to students of both primary and public schools. In the state, in order to address the plight, the gesture is in continuation of the Nigerian Army to touch the lives of pupils of primary and secondary schools with the aim at supporting the educational system in the country. The Commander 23 Brigade Command Yola Bello Mohammed said through the kind gesture of the Nigerian military, students of both primary and public schools will be equipped with necessary knowledge that will help brighten their future.
We will continue to do it, especially as the year is running out. We will try as much as possible to draw up some program as far as education is concerned.
The Adamawa State government says the Nigerian Army has greatly helped in supporting the educational background of the pupils of secondary and primary schools.
But I want to tell you that whether it is Command Secondary School, whether it is ordinary secondary schools that are in Adamawa State, the children that attend the schools are our own children. So we believe that everything that is here is given to our own children for the progress of education of our own children and for the progress of the education of the people of Adamawa State.
Some of the students who spoke to Galaxy News applauded the efforts of the Army.
We feel happy, we feel grateful, and we pray that God will bless them, God will increase them, and help them in their work.
What they've done really has helped in the educational aspects in Adamawa State. So I would like to say a very big thank you to them all, and we pray that God will continue to increase and bless them.
You're still watching the news commentary from Galaxy Television. Still ahead when we return, police in Benue commences training on counter-terrorism for officers. Details in a moment. Do join us again. Officers of other allied agencies in the state, Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Counter-Terrorism Unit, Dan Battery, who flagged off the training, said it is the initiative of the IGP in collaboration with the UK government to help update frontline officers.
Training is to improve the capacity of the police and other allied agencies. But when we have situations like that, especially this issue that is very contemporary, issue about farmers, herdsmen, clashes here and there.
Now, police officers from the rank of superintendent and their sister forces were those offered this training opportunity on National Counter-Terrorism Incident Command Management course in line with the counter-terrorism response doctrines.
Mostly with other security agencies. And the only way we can begin to understand ourselves is when we have common training. This training essentially is for us is to build our capacity when we are responding to very serious situations.
Earlier, the State Police Commissioner, who was represented by DCP Bolaji Fafuwura, charged the officers to listen attentively while the facilitator of the training speaks more.
In that category, the bracket of those officers that I mentioned, you deserve to be well trained. And that is why I want to give kudos to the Inspector General of Police for ensuring that officers are men, not only in the Nigerian police force, but also the sister agencies.
To sharpen the capabilities and the competencies of officers of the Nigerian police force, along with other military services, in responding to major incidents in accordance with international best practices.
And now to judiciary matters. Justice Abubakar Dati of the Appeal Court has reserved judgment in the lawsuit by Senator Omar Dahiru and Abubakar Sanyina, both of the APC, challenging the election of Aminu Tambuwal as governor of Sokoto State. The particular case follows the dismissal of the same by Justice Gabriel Kolawole of the Federal High Court in Abuja in the matter where both appellants had urged the court to remove Tambuwal as Sokoto State governor on grounds that the APC primary from which he emerged as the party's candidate was marred by irregularities. The appellant, by affidavit and documentary evidence presented before the appeal court, have substantially demonstrated that no delegate was accredited before the conduct of the said primaries. They alleged that the delegate who voted during the primary election were not accredited.
Accreditation of a delegate during the governorship primaries of the APC in Sokoto State on the 4th day of December 2014. And we attached the list of delegates, which ought to have been accredited. There was no any contrary list that was attached.
Well, moving on now to other national matters, the newly appointed Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Bas Mustafa, has pledged commitment to ensuring fruitful working relationship with the National Assembly. Mustafa made the pledge on Monday when he paid a courtesy call on the Senate President Bukola Saraki at his office. The SGF assured that the legislature and his office will work in strong partnership towards ensuring the wheels of governance turn as effectively as they should.
We are not in competition with the National Assembly. We are not rivals with the National Assembly. We are co-joint partners in this enterprise. If the National Assembly does not cooperate with the presidency, I'm not very sure we will be able to achieve the desired results that we want to see, given the mandate that we have freely received from the people of Nigeria.
On his part, Senator Bukola Saraki said the SGF has shown early signs of doing a great job in his new office, expressing delight at this.
We are not surprised because we know you, your antecedent. You know that in the presidential system that we're running in this democracy, it is not possible for us to be able to achieve all our goals if the executive and legislature do not have not just a okay relationship, a fantastic and very close relationship.
You're still watching the Primetime News coming to you from Galaxy Television. Still ahead, when we return, Governor Kumi Ambode commends state public service for achievement by his administration in the last 2.5 years. The details in a moment. Do join us again.